right, I'm back. Okay, so where was I? Oh, oh, baby daddy got out of jail. So her baby daddy had broke the window. So her baby daddy had broke the window, and got in the house. Next thing you know, I hear screaming. They in there screaming. They in there acting a fool. I'm on the porch like. Anyway, next thing you know, preacher man, and he was a fireman. If y'all, he was a preacher. He was a fireman. I ain't gonna tell the name, but some of my family members know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so let me tell you about preacher man. While they in there screaming, you hear him screaming, you hear the kids crying, and preacher man walked out of there like this. That nigga walked out of there like this. And he walks out. Now, later on, his ugly ass wife divorced him, but she another story. That's another story. I don't tell people business, but long story short, he wasn't shit, his wife wasn't shit, the church wasn't shit, so he got what he deserved. But that nigga smooth walked out of there. Then that baby daddy whipped her ass. He was in there whipping her ass. The whole time I'm on the porch like this. Like literally, I was on the porch just like this. So, next thing I know, she used to fight him back. Now she wasn't just a battered wife, but he wasn't no match for him. He used to always win. Next thing I know, she come out holding a baby. Y'all know how I go in the hood when boyfriend girlfriend. And in my mind, I was like, that nigga be back tomorrow. She put him out the house. He was like, he telling her that he told the probation officer that he was gonna be over there, be at his other baby mama house. So he had to leave because he had just got out of jail. He was supposed to take his ass home, but he was over there at her house getting her ass whooped. Now I will say this, that the bitch had 911 on speed dial. Let me tell you something. Now, back then, women did not call the police, but that bitch had 911 on speed dial. I remember before she moved to our neighborhood, it used to be real quiet, but when she moved, the police was there like every other day when that nigga was out of jail. Anyway, let's keep going. So, after that incident, she's so happy to look up, and my ass on the porch like this. Then me, I'm just sitting on the porch like, and she looked at me, and it was just like something in her eyes, like, yeah, bitch, like that. Now, I'm high. I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Okay? When he whoop her ass, she'll come down there and talk to me and be cool with me. That's how it was before he went to jail, but she didn't even come down. I thought she was going to come down the smoke, but she just make a U-turn, go back in the house, slam the door. Now, remember, when my husband was here, she had stopped talking to me. I could not figure out why. I'm 1920, naivety. I mean, I had to give the gab, but when it comes to shit like that, it didn't click. It just did not click. So, I kid y'all not, y'all. Fast forward back to my mama dropping me off in her rig. We gets out the truck. She's standing downstairs. Now, my mother-in-law, and I want to do my mother-in-law remember this. My mother-in-law was sitting on her porch smoking a cigarette, right? And it was the person that stays up under me was the maintenance man. Okay, he took care of all the apartments, so he got to stay. And my apartment was over his apartment, and she used to always be down there. I realized that she was fucking that man for money. Oh yeah, she was damn near a lot, Lizzie. So she was fucking that man for money when it was time for her to pay her rent. So I gets out the rent and I said, hey girl, how you doing? Cause like I'm used to her getting her ass whooped by her boyfriend, so I didn't think nothing. She was like, what's up? I said, damn girl, what's wrong with you? She was like, you around here acting like you all that. I see you just sent that nigga his car. And I'm like, what? Like that. I'm literally sitting there stunned, holding my babies. And the guy that the maintenance man, now he cool with me, he cool with my husband, he cool with my mother-in-law. Now she don't like my mother-in-law, right? And it was another dude that was cool with my mother-in-law, and I realized she didn't like my mother-in-law because the younger dude that was cool with my mother-in-law, he did not like her. He liked my mother-in-law. I want to do my mother-in-law remember this shit. Now let's be clear, my mother-in-law, she wasn't no fighter. Oh, but she gonna bust your motherfucking head open with a brick. I never ever forget. She tried to get smart my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was like, who the fuck is you talking to? Long story short, everybody realized that she was fucking the maintenance man too. You know what I'm saying? And like after everybody would cool him, but when he started fucking with her, I think people kind of backed away from fucking with her because she was messy as fuck. Anyway, my mother-in-law would have slapped her with a brick. Like, my mother-in-law don't fight fair. She'll tell you she's too pretty to fight. And I'll give this. My mother-in-law was one of the best. My mother-in-law, when you think of Miss Parker on Friday, that's my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was bad. Okay. Anyway, so I gets out the car. Back to her, I gets out my mama red. And I'm standing there, and all I asked, I said, well, damn. She unloads. She said, bitch, you been around here like you better than everybody, like you all. And I take to mind, I have not said anything to her the whole time my husband was there. I tried to, but she wouldn't speak to me. And her friend wouldn't speak to me. Yeah. But just so having that funny ass looking ass friend that never really say anything that's her flunky, she was right there. So she goes in. She goes in. Bitch, that nigga done shipped his, you done shipped that nigga that brand new car now. Now you ain't got no car. Now you ain't got no man. That nigga that fucking left you. You just like the rest of us, bitch. Such and so and so. I'm so fucking shocked. I'm just standing there. And this is the first time in the history of me being born that I let a bitch talk to me like this. I am literally flabbergasted. She going in. We hadn't said anything. I hadn't did anything to her wrong. We were friends. The friend laughing, but the maintenance man is looking down at my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law just sitting there smoking that cigarette, pumping it like that. You know, ain't saying, my mother-in-law ain't saying shit. And the guy was like, man, it ain't that serious. She said, it is that serious. I was holding that bitch down when her husband, she did it just like that, when her husband went here and that bitch tried to play me like she was better than me. I said, holding me down? That's all I heard. I said, how? Bitch, we was taking care of and we were looking out for each other. I said, well then, how you holding me down? Like, she just kept calling me bitch. I wasn't even mad. I was more shocked than mad. I'm literally standing there. Now, let's be clear. She would call me bitch, but had that bitch swung, I would have whooped her ass. But she didn't. She was just yap, yap, yap. Now, remember, she talked like that to everybody, but she had never talked like that to me. She just used to always show aggression, like trying to prove that she was hard, that she was bad. And the bitch wore glasses. I would like have her ass hit me. I would have slapped that bitch, and she was blind, like them really thick glasses. I would have slapped them glasses off that bitch and went in on her blind ass. She was literally legally blind. Anyway, so she was just going in, talking about how my husband was gonna get me, come and get me, talking about how my husband was gonna leave me, talking about how he said that nigga probably send you child support, but that's it. That nigga finna be over there fucking hoes. What he need you for? You black, you fat, you already got 2 babies. He already got his babies. He finna go over there, live it up. He probably gonna get him a white girl. Y'all, my husband don't even like white women. Like, he ain't even attracted to white women. But as she's talking, now my husband had never, y'all remember, he was my husband / best friend / childhood sweetheart, okay? In all the years I have ever known him, he had never did me dirty, ever. Now, he used to do some little fuckboy shit, but like, he has always kept his word. He always kept his word. I'm gonna be back with the next story, y'all, because it finna run out.